Hiya, it's Graham here. I've been lucky enough to get myself out for another wild camp. As a great man once said, you know it makes sense. I say lucky, but I don't think the weather's going to play ball. It's forecast for rain and for a temperature somewhere between -2 and -6. And I forgot my gloves, but it doesn't matter really. It's always just good to be out. The plan is, we're parked at Blinburn Farm. We're going to walk up to Yearning Hall, and then from Yearning Hall walk onto the border ridge, and there's a Mountain Refuge Hut on the border ridge. And I reckon if the absolutely weather turns for the worst, or maybe we'll just cook in it, but it's our little plan B. But in the first instance, we'll just camp outside. So this is Yearning Hall. I've got a real soft spot for the place because it's the first place I camped, wild camped as an adult. It was about, I don't know, 7 years ago or so. I got a 20 quid rucksack from Lidl's and a £20 tent from Lidl's, and me and Oliver crammed into the one-man tent and camped just there. And I have to say, it was a fantastic night, and the whole wild camping thing just completely clicked that night. I've done it ever since. But the tent didn't last. For 20 quid it was compromised in every way, and on its second outing in calm conditions, the poles all just snapped. That cheap fiberglass sort of stuff. But still pleased I bought it because it just started this whole thing off. I think you might be able to get over that way, but I'm going to walk around the outside. You can tell Yearning Hall's on MOD land, because when I've been here before I found those cheap hexamine stove things and empty packets of MREs, and even used flashbang grenades and stuff. I am allowed to be here. I'm north of the Coquet, where there's public access at all times. It's south of the Coquet, where there's live firing, and the red flags are flying today, so I'll not be going there. I can see the mountain hut now. It's just there. I have to say, I found the path from Yearning Hall to the refuge hut really difficult to find on the ground. It's been years since I've been here, and I couldn't really find the path, so I've just been walking through a mile of bog. Let's have a look inside the hut.
Is this a different organisation to albiet?
Yeah, I think so. The NBA doesn't look after this place. There's a shelf up here with, bizarrely, loads of compressed wood fire logs on. Obviously it's not a bothy, so there's no fire here. But there's a lot of fire lighting equipment here. Tea bags. And the all important toilet roll. Canny little view. And there's Ollie just reading the book. So for tea tonight, I've got a couple of venison steaks. I nearly didn't buy them because they were too dear.
Jesus Christ.
They expired in November, so they're 3 months out of date, but they've been in the freezer, so they'll be alright. My poor wife never comments on the videos I put up. The only comment she's ever put was, will you please stop eating expired food? She thinks it makes us look like a tramp. Not that there's anything wrong with being a tramp. Those fine gentlemen of the road. But Ollie's gonna have a go at cooking tonight. Have you cooked steaks before?
I'm sure I can figure it out.
Good lad. Cheers everyone. Whoa. Ooh. Holy moly. Hot. Hi guys, I'm in my tent and it's only just past 8 o'clock, but I'm glad to be in because it's absolutely freezing out there, and it didn't help that I walked through a mile of bog to get here and my feet are soaking. I'm just looking forward to warming up. I brought a beer with me. I'm not even going to drink it. I just want to be warm. So that's what I'm going to do. Ollie's decided to sleep in the refuge hut tonight. Yeah, he hasn't put his tent up. He's pretty cosy in there, and I reckon we'll both sleep well, hopefully. Morning guys, bit of a patchy night's sleep last night, just sleeping on and off, but it was so quiet, really peaceful up here. There's a fair bit of condensation on the inside of the tent, but none of it's dripped down to me because it's all just frozen. There's a thin layer of ice underneath the fly, but it was so cold last night, but I was okay. My sleeping bag did good business. I hope Ollie's been warm enough in the hut. I think he probably has. He's got a decent sleeping bag as well. But time to crack on. Like an absolute amateur, I didn't bring any gloves or any spare socks last night. My socks were really damp. I've got to put them back on this morning. So I tried the old trick of trying to dry them off with body heat and stuffed them down my underpants, and to be fair, it's nearly worked. Hi, it's an absolutely startlingly beautiful morning. There's not a cloud in the sky, the air's completely still. It's just really frosty, and up above there I won't be able to pick them up with the GoPro, but I can see the wild goats on a hill there. I think there's a couple of herds in the Cheviots. Is that what you call goats, a herd? This is the one that hang around the border ridge, like Blinburn, Windy Gale sort of way.